Okay, so for this prehistory module, you have just graded activities. So I will go over all three of those. And then once I go over the quick intro of all three of those, I will go back and go a little longer for each one. So for this one, you're kind of just getting your feet wet on what it means to be a part of a community. So for my community, I call it the core four. That is me, my husband, and our two adult kids. I guess it would be the core 6, 7, 8. We have pets, so it's a lot. But that's my core. So this one is going to have you explore your own personal core family and base and how it relates to the bigger picture outside. So now let's go into option A. Option A is at the 45. I'll try and have this timestamp for us. So option A. So option A is called Family Matters. It's going to be a discussion board. So with the discussion board, you need to go back to the orientation module so you can pull out the rubrics for a discussion board. So for this one, you're going to write an expanded paragraph that talks about your life in relation to a Neolithic village. This is a Neolithic village. A Neolithic village is how my core four exists in the bigger world. And each one of the core four actually has a part to play in the bigger society. One deals with their job and how that interplays with society. My job would be an educator, so that's how I impact my village. And then I have my adult kids, and each one of their jobs is going to impact the greater Neolithic village. So for this one, you're going to write an expanded paragraph. So you will come here, and this is what you're writing about right here. You're going to identify the roles of your family and the places that you've traveled or you want to travel, skills you've acquired in your lifetime or ones that you'd hope to, and the people in your community, how all this comes together, your power, lights, food, clothing. Those don't just happen. Someone is providing them to you. So how do they play a role with you? So this one right here just asks you to kind of step back and see how you exist in humanity and how your job is impacting people around you, how their job is impacting you. So you basically, I guess I would just start by telling me who everybody is and where they fit, and then start thinking of like second and third order effects. With my job, I'm an educator, so the second order effect would be I would have a lot of conversations about different topics. A lot of knowledge is being exchanged between me and the knowledge that my student brings to me. There's a lot of exchange between the two of us. And then now that all of the educators and all of the students have exchanged so much knowledge, what does that mean for society? What would society look like? What would we be learning about? So this one it kind of starts in the center. It works out. So by the time I look at it like overhead, I can see the whole big picture. I could see how this society is functioning with that family in it. So this one is more reflective. All right, so let's look at the other ones. So B is a photo summary discussion. So again, you'll go back to the rubrics for discussion. So for this one right here, for this option, you will take an original photo, or you could draw it, or a video of your chosen object. So let me explain what you're doing with this. First, you're going to begin by watching this video by Brian Cox. It's in the module page. And he's going to talk about what it meant for the cavemen to go into these caves and leave their handprint behind, and what that means to us today. And it's really interesting what he talks about. So go back and familiarize yourself with this video. He says something in there, I was here. Okay, so what does that mean? What did that handprint communicate to me? And that's what that caveman left behind. Now, we aren't just totally reliant on just a handprint in a cave. We have a house or apartment or a car full of artifacts that are who we are. And if I have that one object, what does that object say about me? What does it represent in my life? And how do I connect that with others? I'll give you an example. What? These are all the books I have collected over the last 10, 15 years. And I gut them all the time and add new books. But these represent so much to me. This is my freshman year, my sophomore year. This is my weird rabbit hole fetish that I fell into. But all of it is adding something to my knowledge base. And what it represents is my just insatiable urge to learn everything. Not like a weirdo, but I have like a curiosity, like addiction. I just want to know everything. I live on Wikipedia pages and YouTube video essays about weird topics. So that would be what mine, and I would tell you about it in an expanded paragraph. So that's what this was all about. All right, so option C is a case analysis. For this one, you're going to write a case analysis about your life and how it relates to the Neolithic village. This is very similar to option A, but it's way more in depth. As you could see from the rubrics for the case study, it's going to be way more involved. It's going to be more than just a paragraph. It's going to be a couple of pages. So for this one right here, you are going to watch the videos that are on this link right here. And if you find a broken link, just send me a text to let me know. So you're going to be watching videos from this page. Then you're going to try to answer these questions right here and interject some scholarly opinion into your case analysis. Now, the case analysis, there is headers and templates that you have to follow that are outlined for you in the case analysis rubrics. That is in the orientation module. So this one is pretty much just you looking at these different ones, comparing how they're the same, how they're different, what can we extract from them, what were their nuances, and again, you're working your way through these questions right here through the headers that I have already placed for you. So that is basically what you are doing. So remember, you have to pick just one, and fingers crossed that I set up the gradebook properly. When you get full 24 points here and you get a 0 here and a 0 here, that means the module should only retain your highest score. So that means 2 will drop away and it won't impact your grade. If you see that it does, that I did something wrong, just shoot me a message and I can fix it on my side. So that's it. If you guys have any questions, remember, you guys can go over to homework help and you could just hit me up and I will explain it to you in a mini lecture or give you more information. Or if one of these is just not quite as clear as you like it to be, then shoot me a message with what you understand, what you need help with, and how I could get you going. So enjoy.